Hello fellow old schoolers. So we're kicking a brand new series off here with a spicy birthday tournament with a birthday party I attended recently. Here we have the birthday boy, Emil. And it was held at a brewery, and it was a bit of a spontaneous decision to record this tournament, mainly because it was there was going to be a lot of fun unorthodox decks here. Because the theme was this spicy arrangement. People didn't really know what to expect and what spice meant, so everyone just had to bring some sort of balance here where they could still win the tournament, but it might be better to go off the beaten path. So in the first round I got a bye. I was attending this tournament with the Demon Engine. We'll go over that later, as we will cover the first match here, which is going to be between Reanimator and a deck that's dubbed Enchanted Relics. Let's go over the decks real quick and then we'll go straight into the match. And this is the Reanimator deck. It is really a beaut. Martin, that is the pilot of this deck, has been collecting these cards for a long time. Most of them are alpha or beta. So we see it here. The Reanimator archetype is a bit of a combo deck and can also be a mid-range deck. It has all these huge creatures, and it uses Bazaar of Baghdad, where you can draw tap it to draw 2 cards and discard 3 cards. Then you will tend to discard all your creatures as much as you can, and then at some point you'll play the All Hallows Eve, and there'll be a countdown, and you can't disenchant the All Hallows Eve when first it's dropped. So you have to counter it. If you can't counter it, it's countdown to Judgment Day, because then all the big creatures on both sides will get straight from the graveyard into the battlefield. And obviously this deck will just stock up on huge creatures and just overwhelm the other guy. If it goes into the long game, he can hardcast the creatures, and sometimes he'll use animate deaths to get them straight back in. It is mainly revolving around that spicy combination. Obviously, the Wheel of Fortune is a great card in this deck as well, because you will just discard your entire hand in the beginning, discarding all your creatures, then getting them straight back in. So it is a strange deck to play against, because much of his graveyard is actually a part of his hand. You can have a lot of games where he'll have almost no hand at all, because he'll tend to discard all his creatures all the time with the Bazaar of Baghdad, and then just punch in with a fell swoop. So card advantage is not really an issue for this deck. Mind twisting it won't really be that effective either, because he'll just put more creatures into his graveyards. His sideboard, we have a few lightning bolts. Usually, back in the day, it was in the main deck, but Martin has replaced them with main deck shatters instead. So he has the lightning bolts against aggro, red and blue blast. A disc is kind of nifty, because it'll also destroy some of your own creatures that you can put back into the game. Then you have a Concordant Crossroads, likely against the Abyss. When you play the Concordant Crossroads, it will make your huge creatures attack even quicker, and it will also destroy the Abyss, because there can only be one enchant world in play, and the Abyss is quite annoying for this deck. He only has the Triskelions that will be unaffected. Just an extra fail-safe here against it, besides the discs. With an Earthquake, yet another All Hallows Eve, likely against Counter Magic, and a couple of Terrors if he's against, maybe an Armageddon or other decks with bigger creatures. And Armageddon will actually be a bit of a nasty matchup here, because it'll tend to destroy all the lands, and this guy, he doesn't require a lot of land, because he doesn't play his creatures conventionally, but he wants those Bazaar of Baghdad online as much as possible. So that is the Reanimator archetype here, a really spicy, nice combination mid-range deck. He's going up against a homebrew here, namely Jonas's Enchanted Relics. We have 4 enchantresses that will provide additional draws whenever you play an enchantment, and then a heck of a lot of enchantments here with Wild Growth, Web, Civil Library, Spirit Links, Animate Deaths, 4 copy artifacts, and then we have a bunch of what he calls relics here, 1 of each artifact creature I think one of each, yeah, almost all of the playable artifact creatures here, and also some of the corner cases here with Clockwork Beast and that Clockwork Avian, I think it's called. We have an Avoid Fate. Both decks are fully powered, I forgot to mention that. And then we have, yeah, all the restricted cards in the bottom, a couple of Swords to Plowshares and a couple of Disenchants here. So, yeah, the theme of this deck will be to get those creatures out and copy them when doing Enchantress as a backfield draw engine, where you just copy and animate and play more and more enchantments, and the more enchantments you play, the more you draw, and the more you draw, the more creatures you'll just get out. So yeah, this is his spicy take on it here. We see his sideboard. We have an Ice Storm. I should probably get that in there against the Bazaar of Baghdad. We have the Mind Twist actually in the sideboard here. Likely, I did the same at this tournament, and it's likely because he doesn't know if other people will play with the Mind Twist or not. So he'll sideboard it in if other people play Mind Twist against him, and be a bit of a gentleman and keep it outside the main deck if the opposing player doesn't play with Mind Twist, because again, it was not really. It's always difficult with these spicy tournaments because yeah, there are different ways to approach a spicy theme. With the Blue Blasts, an extra Disenchant and Swords to Plowshare, likely see play as well, and as well as that Mice of Ith, Karma, and then even more enchantments alongside the Karma, another Web for some reason, Spirit Link, Kismet, kind of nice take here. Control Magic will be very important as well. Ooh, and there's a City in a Bottle. That will actually wreck the Reanimator deck, because you'll make those Bazaar of Baghdad's unplayable, and also destroy any that are in play. And a single Divine Offering. Actually, a lot of cards you can use in this match. Divine Offerings against the Triskelions might also be worthwhile. Yeah, we don't really see much counter magic in this deck besides the mana drain, so he might have difficulties blocking those All Hallows Eve. But does have a heck of a lot of big robots, so yeah, this will be a creature battle. Enchanted Relics will try to win the game early, conventionally, using the superior draw engine of his deck with those Rejuvenate Enchantress. Mind you, Reanimator doesn't have any lightning bolts to remove them, so once they hit the deck, they'll be pretty difficult to get rid of. He has to shoot them with his Triskelions or something. So yeah, he'll try to win the early game with his superior draw engines, and try to finish the game before the All Hallows Eve hits the table. And maybe have put the opponent so low in life that he might even win the trade attacks after the All Hallows Eve has hit play. So we shall see how this plays out. This is a bit of an unorthodox matchup, first of its kind, I guess. We have Reanimator against Enchanted Relics. Let's get it on. And we have Martin on the left here on Reanimator, and Jonas on the right with Enchanted Relics. Showing his hand here. Difficult to see because of the glare, but there's an Enchantress and a Wild Growth at least. Okay, Reanimator on the play with the Mox. I see his hand here. A bit too high. Lots of creatures though. There's that Wild Growth. So a bunch of mana early on from Enchanted Relics. And a bit mana starved on Reanimator's side. It's a bit of a pickle. Cracking the Lotus. Oh, there's a Clockwork Beast. It's 7/4. Or it's 0/4, and then it has +1/+0 counters on it. 4, I believe. And each time it attacks, it removes a counter. And then you can pay mana to get those counters back. But as it stands, for the first attack here, it'll be 7/4. So it must have 7 counters, yeah, obviously. 7 +1/+0 counters. Huge creature here. Oh, a couple of copy artifacts. Yeah, rock and roll. So that's 7 points of damage. Next time it will be, yeah, about 20. Because the first Clockwork Beast will lose a single counter. I think. Am I wrong here? Maybe it's only if it's blocked that it loses a counter. And it'll be 21 points of damage next attack step. Okay, the Berserk back that hits the table, discarding a bunch of creatures as I talked about, trying to get his combination going, but he won't have time. I don't know, a balance might save him, that's the only way. Oh, okay, animating one of his creatures, Undead Mahamutigen, rising from the grave here. It can handle one of those clockwork beasts, but it'll trade with one, but then two more will get in. Attacking with everything here. So, yeah, that's game. He had already taken 7 points of damage. Really quick first round here, but what fireworks here. Clockwork Beast, double copy artifacts. Just going in for the kill round. Amazing stuff. So, these guys have sideboarded. We're going to round number 2. Seeing the hand here. Okay, so we have the Berserk back there, a couple of Moxen. Ooh, there's the Wheel of Fortune. Mahamutigen, City of Brass, Badlands. So we might see an early Wheel of Fortune here. Let's see the other hand. Bunch of mana, a couple of creatures here. An Avoid Fate to protect himself, and a blue Elemental Blast. So can he stop that? Oh, he can't stop the wheel. He won't keep that hand. Okay, so we have a turn 1 wheel here. That's brutal because the other guy, he might not. I mean, he can't mulligan his next hand. And we have creatures going into the graveyard for Reanimator. Ooh, Ancestral Recall, Black Lotus, Sorrowing, and a Time Twister here. And will he play that again? That would be quite crazy. And almost no. Yeah, okay. So Black Lotus is being played. Sorrowing, Ancestral Recall. Oh, he's trying to draw Moxen. I think he's playing the Time Twister after this. What a first turn. This is completely... Okay, yes, another Mox. Completely insane as a Time Twister again. And actually, Jonas didn't have a single land in his hand. So it kind of saved him, even though the card advantage is just brutal here. 6 cards out. 5 cards on the battlefield. Third hand here. Still, Jonas hasn't had a single turn. Black Lotus, Demonic Tutor, City of Brass. Okay, passing the turn to Enchanted Relics here. Playing... Oh, a Workshop. Okay, didn't see that. And a Black Lotus. So that's 6 mana turn 1 here. The third hand he's had. Triskelion, turn 1. That's pretty epic as well, actually. Volcanic Island coming out. Oh, that's a Shatter. Triskelion shooting him for 3 as it splinters into 1,000 pieces. City of Brass. Ooh, animating his Triskelion. That's so disrespectful. Destroying it immediately, and the other guy only has a Workshop to work with here. Okay, he does have a City of Brass. He might have an answer then, but he's really on the back foot here. Look at all that mana. I think okay, Spirit Link on the Trisk. I think if he knows the other guy's deck, he should shoot the Trisk and it shoot itself, because the other guy might copy it. But he doesn't know what he's against here, so makes sense. He can actually hardcast a lot of his creatures now. Yeah, so much mana. Mahamutigen just getting straight onto the battlefield. No All Hallows Eve needed. Okay, getting greedy by Sorcerer Plowshares. And that's really annoying for Reanimator because it doesn't go to the graveyard, so it's out of the game. So he can't reuse it with his Animate Deaths and All Hallows Eve. Mind Twisting his hand here, that's so brutal. So he plays with it main board. Let's see. Regrowth, Demonic Tutor, Copy Artifact, and a Thomas Coffin. Could have used that Coffin against some creatures now, but at least, I mean... Oh, it doesn't draw any mana. This looks like Reanimator might take this one. But what fireworks, man. What a round. Now copying the Trisk. He might shoot it then. Yeah. So he's shooting Jonas's for 2 and himself for 1. Jonas gain a single point of life because of the Spirit Link. He doesn't take any damage. Then he copies his Soul Ring likely. Oh, immediate shatter on the copy artifact. Because he is a bit mana starved, Jonas here. And Martin would like to keep him that way. Now regrowthing the Animate Dead. And stealing that Dawn Trisk one more time. The only creature in game here. Now, he's trying to play a robot here. But then he can't regenerate it. So the Trisk will just shoot it. It is a 3-1 creature that regenerates for 2. So needs another mana. Triskelion gets in for 4 here. I think he needs... Okay, playing the Chaos Orb. Chaos Orbing, yeah, and the Trisk just shoots him. You can actually switch targets here. He doesn't have to kill the Trisk. I think it would be better not to kill it, just shoot something else. Because now he gets the Animate Dead back. Never mind, there's an Alpha Shivan Dragon here. Just getting hard casted. Feast your eyes on this. Ooh, Library of Alexandria here. And there's the Golem. But it doesn't fly, so the dragon will... Yeah, just fly over its head. Oh, get in, and then fireballing him out. Okay, what a round. Reanimator takes the second round here, so it's 1-1 at this point. Really convincing victories on both sides here. So it'll all come down to this third match here. So, yeah, we'll cut a bit forward while these guys sideboard and get into this third round. I would imagine... Yeah, how will these guys sideboard? I mean, all the shadows are already main board for Reanimator. See his hand here. Ooh, there's a Bazaar. Regrowth and plenty of mana. And the other hand, not so much mana. We do have an Ancestral Recall and a Black Lotus. No lands, is that true? Will you keep such a hand? He keeps it. So you have a Black Lotus. You can use that to cast the Ancestral Recall, but it's really risky. I mean, yeah. I mean, if it works, it works. I would likely not keep a hand like this, but could work. Let's see. 3 cards and 2 blue mana in the pool. Let's see. We have a Mox and a Time Walk for the other 2 blue mana. Another draw. No land drop after 4 cards drawn. There's a shadow on the Mox. Oh, heartbreaking stuff here. But I mean, in a way, Jonas was a bit greedy here. Now he has to discard. Discarding the Trisk really dangerous when you see so many animate deaths on the other side. Ooh, and a Library of Alexandria. Now discarding the Kismet, so he sideboarded that in. It makes sense against all the creatures. Okay, Bayou coming in here. Straight into Wild Growth. Oh, he had a Wild Growth in hand. Okay, so he likely anticipated to draw a couple of lands with the Ancestral Recall and a Time Walk. Strip mining it though. That's brutal. Because then he could cut... Oh, it drew into a Tropical Island. Lucky for him. He is against an active library at this point, I think. Yep, drawing here with it. And with his mana starved, it's really difficult to... Oh, regrowthing the strip mine. Martin smelling blood here. It's his 3rd mana source he's cracked at this point. Seeing the weakness of Jonas's mana base just keeps on punishing it. Because it provides a lot of time for him to just draw with the library and put out all that mana that he needs to cast the huge beaters that he has in that deck. Poor Jonas. I really feel for him. Now discarding an Enchantress here. Again, I would likely hold back with discarding creatures against this deck. There's the Trisk. This looks like... I mean, at least Jonas plays with balance, right? So if he gets a balance, it will completely obliterate Martin's side. With all those cards, all those lands, creatures, and cards in hand. Okay, Savannah coming out, at least says that. Poor Jonas, thinking fast here, trying another wild growth. Yeah, he anticipated getting a few lanes, getting wild growths on him, and then his mana base would be sufficiently fixed. Ooh, a Diamond Valley coming in on the side of Reanimator. Now he takes one of Jonas's creatures, his Triskelion, and attacks with the other one. Do we have a balance? Spirit Link on the weaker Trisk. Okay, he just shoots it. Shoots Martin for 2. Shoots Jonas for 2, and the Trisk just shoots itself. And that library, man. There's a Chaos Orb. Will he Chaos Orb a land? Aww. Oh, did it hit? I'm not even sure it flipped. I think it did, and then nicked it. So Trisk gets in. This, I mean, the first 2 rounds were epic. This final round is a bit of a bummer. I feel, because we can't really see Enchanted Relic do anything without land. Martin wisely just keeps punishing his mana base. Now we have a Mahamoti Jin out. Finally a Strip Mine on the library. There's the Bazaar. Drawing 2 cards, discarding Shivan Dragon, and a couple, yeah, just Null Hallows Eve. A City of Brass getting in for 9, and then a Fireball. That's game. Okay. Final match, a bit of a non game here. The first 2 really one-sided and epic, just with huge openings. 21 points of damage through Clockwork Beasts, and the other one with casting 2 draw 7s before the other guy even got a single turn. So Reanimator takes this one 2-1 and will advance through the tournament. In the next match, I will have my first match on Demon Engine, and then we will just see what's on the camera. I can't really remember, but as I recall, I was recording some of my own games and also recording random games around the tournament whenever I felt like it. So, hope you enjoyed this game, and I will catch you in the next battle.